Hi friends, it's Pastor Adam, and I am here on the beautiful campus of Grand Valley State University at one of the most critical places on all the campus. Yes, you know it, it's the bus stop. And I am here to talk about faith. It's a new summer, and we're going to do a new outdoor devotional series. And this summer, it's going to be all about Hebrews 11 and what is faith. And we're going to go on a journey through this very important chapter that summarizes and connects the dots with a lot of people from the Old Testament that heard God's promises and acted on faith. Now, what is faith? Well, that's what the bus stop is here to help us with. Now, I'm just sitting right here, and it's a nice little shaded spot, a little cool area, and I can simply sit here and be passive, and I can watch the world go by. I can watch the few straggling summer students walking by to and from. Might even see the number 11, the Laker line, whatever it is that's supposed to come sometime in the next 10 minutes. That might even drive by. But here I am, and I can do nothing. And maybe that's the first example of what faith isn't. Faith isn't passive. Faith isn't standing by. Faith involves responding to someone or something in a particular way. But I want to read this summary, which sets the tone for this whole chapter from Hebrews 11. It says this: "Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see." It's a great understanding then of faith. So it's certainty, it's confidence, but it's also working underneath this premise that we are putting our trust in and we are sure of something that is not immediately in front of our eyes. Now, why the bus stop? Why do, especially during the either really hot times or the very cold times, do college students wait at a bus stop? Well, they want to get somewhere. Yeah, but they don't just wait in random places at random times. They gather here because they are confident that a bus is going to follow some sort of schedule, and if they meet here and like this next thing, in 3 minutes, the Laker line is going to show up, and I can then get on that bus, and then I can get to class, or I can get back to my dormitory, I can get wherever I need to be. So, in order to have faith then, I didn't just stay put. I put my faith into action. I got up from wherever I was, and I came here with the promise, with the confidence that the very thing that I need, this new mode of transportation, is going to be coming from somewhere from the north. And then the second step of faith, following in God's timing, which we're going to see in Hebrews 11, but in this bus illustration, following in the route schedule of the rapid system. Not only does the bus arrive, but then I have to do something. What is it? I have to stand up. I have to move. I have to act. I have to actually get on the bus. And wouldn't you know, there it is. There's the Laker line. It came right on schedule. Now, I'm not going to get on because I'm here with you. Now, every single week, we're going to see people that heard God's promises, responded in faith, and trusted, even though they didn't get to see the fruition, the fulfillment of those promises right away. For some of them, like Abraham, the promise of having a child had to wait many, many years. For someone like Noah, had to wait a long time before the events that were going to take place. We see elsewhere throughout this chapter, people who heard God's promises, responded, and then acted. So we begin there, knowing what faith is, and this is what the ancients were commended for. And the primary example then of placing faith in something that we know is real, even though we didn't see it, is verse 3. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what was seen was not made out of what was visible. God didn't just use scrap that was lying around. By faith, we understand that he spoke, and all of creation came into being. We trust that. We know that because we see this beautiful world that we live in, and we know that something or someone was behind it all. Yes, that's general revelation. By faith, we know that there is a creator because there's a creation. But we specifically know because God spoke to us in his word and says, I'm the one who did it. And then he showed us through the promises made to people like Noah and Abraham and the Israelites going through the wilderness and the desert to the promised land, that he is trustworthy and ultimately is worthy of our praise. And through his son Jesus Christ, that he would send a Messiah at the appointed time, that we are to be ready for him, and then when he comes, we are to get on the bus per se and to trust in him and to follow in him. So I'm looking forward to the summer, being outside with you. Maybe places a little bit more interesting than a bus stop, but a good place to start. It's going to be a great summer together. God is good. God's creation is good. By faith, we understand we're not here by accident. God created this beautiful world, this beautiful community that we get to live in, and we can always place our faith and our trust and our confidence in him.